Social Security proposes some new changes. They call it Vision 2025. In fact, they've made their own webpage to discuss what they're planning on doing. And those changes include higher maximum benefits and even better customer service. Will those 4 changes benefit your retirement? I will go over those 4 changes and let you decide in this video. I'll also place a link in the description so you can check out the webpage for yourself if you want to. In my opinion, every year there's articles that come out that say Social Security is going to make these major changes. In reality, if you read the articles, it's just stuff that was already slated to change anyway. However, in this case, at least one of these 4 changes are kind of a big deal, and it's definitely a sincere change, and it'll make claiming Social Security better for everybody if it happens. The first change is higher individual maximum benefit. In 2022, the highest personal individual benefit was $3,345 per month at full retirement age. Now, this does not include waiting beyond full retirement age and getting those delayed retirement credits. It also doesn't include your spouse. So in theory, you could have 2 benefits that were maxed out, but the other spouse would have to have contributed the maximum amount of Social Security to get that. Now they're raising it to $3,627 for 2023, and they're expected to raise it again in 2025. Now, if a person were 67 years old this year, 2023, they would receive that maximum benefit, but if they didn't take it and they instead allowed it to grow into 70, then the maximum benefit is $4,555 per month. Now that's for one spouse, so technically you could have 2 spouses receiving that much, though it's not likely. You'd both have to have contributed to the max, and you'd both have to have waited to 70 years old before you claimed. Now, sometimes people like to complain about Social Security, and I get it. However, sometimes you want to put things into perspective, and if you figure that maximum benefit of $3,627 per month, if you wanted to recreate that type of benefit from your investments, interesting question is, how much money would I need to have in investments to do that if I was limiting myself to 5% per year, say? And the answer is you'd have to have about $850,000 saved up somewhere else. So you can have Social Security income, or you can have $800 and something thousand saved up somewhere else. So we could say that Social Security income takes the place of needing a fairly large amount of investment savings. Of course, when you're planning for retirement, you're going to take your expenses, you're going to subtract your Social Security, and whatever that number is, that represents the amount of money that you're trying to create from your investments to fund your retirement. The second change is a change in monthly benefits due to cost of living increase. People who are receiving Social Security benefits get a raise in most years, if not every year. Some years they don't. It's called cost of living adjustment. However, 2024 isn't going to look as good as 2023. But regardless, I think having this cost of living adjustment is a huge benefit to all of our financial plans. So the COLA in 2022 was 5.9, and in 2023 it was a whopping 8.7%. And in 2024 is projected to be 2.7%. So for example, a $2,500 benefit per month in 2022 would have received $150 more per month, and that same benefit in 2023 would get an additional $230 per month. Now, I think that's significant, but recently somebody told me, yeah, but my cost of living has gone up a lot more than those few $100s. And I don't disagree. However, we do have to admit that what else do we have that's growing with somewhat of an inflation number attached to it? I mean, what other money do you have that's actually got inflation adjustments? And so it's definitely a welcome change. Number 3 is better customer service. That's right. They say on their website, superior customer experience. Now, in the past decade or more, I've heard many stories, people going to claim Social Security, from just what it's like to work with any government entity with lines, to being given exact wrong information, to later have that corrected, to having people have meetings at Social Security. They're told that they will not file for them because they had this meeting, and then 3 months later they find out that that person did file Believe it or not, it's happened, and then they had to undo the filing because the person didn't want to file at that time. So you probably have many of you probably have your own story you've heard of or you've had happen to you at Social Security. I'm sure you'll leave comments about that. But if Social Security can follow through and make good on this, it'd be pretty awesome. This is from their website. They say in 2025, we're focused on understanding the customer's experience over their lifetime. Through this understanding, we respond to and thoughtfully craft appropriate service options. Now, I think that that's interesting that they're going to be able to craft appropriate service options because their manual, which is called the POMS manual for training, actually says, do not give advice. In fact, that's one of the challenges is that they're not allowed to give you strategic advice. So if you want to be strategic about how you claim Social Security, that's still upon you, the retiree, which is one of the major reasons people reach out to financial planners for help. What do you think? Will Social Security improve their customer service? Let me know in the comments if you think that that's going to happen. Number 4 is a change for women who receive benefits. Social Security projects that more than half of women over the age of 60 will receive benefits based solely on their own work record by 2025. So what that means is a non-working spouse can receive benefits from their working, contributing spouse if they don't have their own work record. So this is saying that by 2025, more than half of women will actually receive the majority of their benefit from their own work history, because historically, most of the benefits received by spouses has been the result of their working spouse. So what this is showing is that there's a trend towards women contributing more to Social Security. Now, there are some confusing things around spousal benefits. So when a wife's personal record gives them less than half of their other working spouse's benefit, then she's entitled to a spousal benefit. If her own work record would exceed half of her spouse's benefit, well, then she would not be entitled to a spousal benefit because her own personal work history has exceeded the spousal benefit. This is not the same thing as survivor's benefits. So even though they're getting a spousal benefit, it doesn't mean they would not be qualified for a survivor's benefit. It also doesn't mean you can stack benefits. So one of the confusing things is people think, well, I can receive my work history benefit plus up to half of my spouse's. You don't get to stack your work history on top of their work history. You pretty much get to keep your work history and then make up the difference with the spousal benefit if there's room left to get money from that. Once your work history has exceeded half of theirs, then there's no spousal benefit. So that's it. As always, Social Security is a one-time decision that makes a big impact on how your retirement plan goes. I wouldn't leave it to chance. I would want to be strategic about that. If you need help with that, be sure to get the help that you need. If you like content like this, please consider subscribing, hit that subscribe button. And if you like Social Security videos, I made more Social Security videos and I'll link them right here. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you'd like to see the way that we help people to create calmness and clarity for their next chapter of life, take a look at us at brindleandbay.com. Again, thanks for watching the videos. Please remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you are notified every time a new video comes out.